Hello, and welcome to this episode of TheQonCue. This week, we have a very special guest with us, Mama Q. Say hi, Mama Q.
Hi, Mama Q.
Is it weird that I'm having you, on a blog with me? Do you think that's weird?
I think it's appropriate. You wouldn't be here without me.
Good point. Everybody should appreciate this woman for my existence.
He was born on Mother's Day.
I came flying out of your vagina on Mother's Day.
Well, actually.
No, I was punching Mom. I was like, him and what?
No, you
wall.
You were a 26-hour labor that happened to go into Mother's Day, so that was cool.
But what's great is she's also filthy. Filthy. You look at this woman right now and you say, oh, there's no way. She's sweet as pie. She's the sweetest mom. You wait. You just wait. This woman has a filthy mind.
I'm quick-witted, but in a filthy way.
It'll just be a completely innocent conversation, and then the next thing you know, she'll say something, personal about herself, and I'm like, I don't need to know that. I know we have a comfort level with this stuff, but good Lord, I don't need to know your intimate details. All through my early 20s, my mom would constantly ask, how does gay sex work? And I was like, Mom, no!
I know, but I want details.
Well, why? You can look that up on the internet.
No, I just want to know the logistics of everything.
What do you mean the logistics?
Is there are there some guys that don't like to get it in the butt?
Yeah, there are a lot of guys who don't like
Really?
to get it in the butt, yeah.
Well, this should be both. You flip.
Some people do flip. There's usually a top or a bottom, and the bottom is the one that's on the receiving end, and the top is on the giving end.
Well,
some people are what they call versatile, and that means they like it both ways. And then there's some people who are a versatile top, which means that they prefer to top, but sometimes they'll bottom if the situation is correct, and then vice versa. There's bottoms that will sometimes top.
But everybody's happy in the end. It's not like one person getting all the action.
Well, hopefully. Yeah.
Which is better, blowjob or in the butt? I said that with a straight face, too,
Yeah.
didn't I know guys.
No, I was just trying to decide.
So you're a nymph.
I'm not a nymph. Are you a nymph?
Yes. So if you had to choose, you can't say, I don't know. Would mouth feel better or would butt feel better?
I mean, do you want it loose and wet?
Well, that could go for either way.
Yeah, but butts don't tend to be juicy like vaginas and
Unless they're
mouths.
well
And if they are juicy, that's a problem.
Yeah, but this is all about comfort and talking that we can have these conversations with, and it's all good.
Right. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, how many of you out there have a mom that you could just candidly talk about anal sex with?
Oral sex, both ways, top, bottom.
This one will sometimes,
buttholes.
in the middle of juicy buttholes. Was I a seemingly gay child? You know how some kids you look at and you're like, that kid's gay? I would have to disagree. Going back to my Cinderella
You didn't like
obsession,
sports. The Cinderella thing was maybe.
I would dress up like
red
Cinderella.
flag.
I'm in my muumuu. I have crazy magic marker makeup. And I would sit in a laundry basket and call it my coach. I liked to dress up like a woman, and I was obsessed with Disney princesses. And none of that was an indication that I might be a homosexual.
You know, honestly, it didn't matter to me. I didn't think about it or worry about it because it didn't matter to me. Whatever made you happy.
Cool mom. See? All moms should take hints from this mom. Be filthy.
And accepting of your child's
and loving.
happiness.
Yes. Okay, so I was definitely a ham.
Oh, yeah.
A big ham.
Yes.
I wanted to be on TV.
A very big ham. A pig-sized ham.
Speaking of, talk to us a little bit about your fashion choices in the early 90s.
Yeah.
You loved yourself a perm.
The permed hair.
Perm for days.
Okay, so, photos.
My mother picked these before coming over here today, and these were pictures that she felt would be appropriate for today's segment. So please tell me why you thought this picture would be appropriate.
I just noticed that the object in your hand is of a unique design, and it's in your mouth.
Oh, and I'm holding a bear.
Yeah, exactly.
I always did love a good teddy bear. Still do. Mm-hmm. Why this one?
You were quite limber. You used to...
It's a very compromising position.
Yeah.
Let me just say I'm not in this position very frequently as an adult.
You're not, ever?
Very rarely.
I find that hard to believe, but okay.
Now, this picture is me
That's
angry.
Sure, I don't like your face.
I still make this face.
I love that face.
The reason that this picture is important is because of the rat tail. Now, I have to know, what possessed you?
They were in style, and then I finally cut them off, but I saved them, as moms do.
Where'd you... So, in this picture, I would like to know what the fuck was in that cup. I look drunk as fuck in this picture.
You probably got a hold of somebody's wine or something. You do look kind of...
Who was putting wine in a child's sippy cup?
Grandma, so you go to sleep. No, I'm just kidding.
I still look like this when I'm drunk too, except usually I'm in a dumpster and not a playpen.
And he's calling me in the middle of the night crying.
That has happened, yes, several times. I'm ashamed to admit. Not just once,
That's
but
the only time you've ever cried.
Yeah, I don't cry very often.
Is when he's really, really drunk.
Alright, well, I think that pretty much wraps up this episode of the Q on Q. A big thanks to Mama Q for being here.
Yep.
And happy birthday to her. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's her birthday, so we're about ready to start drinking and partying a little bit, so we're going to shut this down.
Oh, by the way, I brought assorted nuts, being that we both like nuts so much.
Well, on that note, everybody have a good night.
Here, try them all.
Okay.
All shapes and
I like
sizes.
all colors.
Nice.
This one's salty.
This one has a little, try that.
Girl, I need more than this.
I like big nuts.